right into the pistol round. Xyp9x has utility, smoke, flash, flash. Glaive with smoke, Molotov as well. And right off the bat, Xyp9x is actually headed over to the A bomb site. Looks like this is going to be a split. They want 3 players to come up through connector because the bomb is on A ramp alone.
I'm curious about where that Molotov is going to go for Glaive, or if he's going to save it for later on. No, it's already been put into the window, so I want to make absolutely sure that no one's going to peek that while they come rushing through the connector. Dupree picks up one. JW in so much trouble, but he runs to the smoke and somehow stays alive. In the meantime, there's a bit of trading going on as Golden goes down, but they've lost Glaive as well, so 4 versus 3 here. Definitely a good look for Astralis. Bomb is down as well, but they've got Kirby trapped in the corner somehow. He gets the kill on JW before Flush is able to connect.
I think they needed that kill, that smoke. Flush is going to get right in front of it. Great shot from him, one of the most clutch players we have in Major history. And he's taken down. It's Lekro in a one-on-one.
We're in Sip. The bomb is out in the open, so he's got a very good line of coverage here. Lekro, not quite sure to find him. Now he's realized he does have a kit. He could run him down. It's going to have to be quick. He needs to land this bullet right now, and there's a headshot coming through. Unbelievable scenes here already. Second kill for him. Defuse is going to be in. That was a great return into the round there for Fnatic.
Yeah, it really was. They got a couple critical kills. A great trade onto Kirby, who was right at the top of connector. That one on Glaive. Glaive was playing behind the smoke on Catwalk. He was there to catch a Fnatic player off guard, trying to rotate too quickly, and he gets dropped earlier on. Without those kills, Fnatic unlikely to be able to make that comeback happen. I mean, Flusher with a great shot as well coming up the stairs. So just some brilliant individual USP work.
Yeah, there were more than just a couple of things in that round. I mean, JW escaping through the smoke, Kirby getting the kill on him right before Flusher got him. Like, there were so many little things that could have tilted that round in one way or the other. But great start here for the Swedes. Now, not that much of an impressive buy coming out. 1 Deagle upgrade there on Astralis. You can understand why. Yeah,
so well, with that plant, obviously, if you're new to Counter-Strike, the $800 bonus money you get from getting the bomb planted usually means the terrorist team will buy into the 3rd round. They'll be able to have the rifles. I think maybe this Deagle on device, and I see a couple P250s in there as well. Just hoping they can get 2 or 3 kills and keep that money low so that potentially they can reset them into the next round.
We'll see what happens. Right now, for Astralis, if they could have things all of their own way, probably would like for someone from Fnatic to sort of go and be a little bit aggressive, maybe take a peek around the corner. This kind of range that Dupree's holding, or even Glaive, is sort of one-shot range almost with the P250 or whatever. So, yeah, that's what you're looking for. At the moment, they're not getting any of that.
Device is essentially biding his time at A ramp. He's hoping someone peeks on top of the stairs, hoping this small amount of pressure that Astralis is putting on towards the B bomb site forces someone to start rotating slowly out of A, getting a shot in the opening around the rotation. JW's taking some damage in mid. You can see Device just goes for his peek there on the mini-map, and actually, yeah, picture-in-picture as well. So you see that. Now he's going to watch his flank. This is he's reading the game very, very well.
Crims is on the other side, but very patient. I mean, there's no good reason why Crims needs to do anything aggressive here. He can just occupy the position for a while. There's JW. Getting a nice shot on Glaive. Dupree goes down. Sip to follow. Golden having a beautiful time here. He finally does get dropped by Kirby, so a bit unfortunate. They are low. I mean, Flusher and JW could be dropped, but they're going to come out of the round with almost everyone alive, so fair enough.
Yeah, and fair play to Astralis. Really cool ideas they had, just trying to find 1 or 2 kills. They got a couple players low. Who knows how that round changes if they're able to get those picks. Regardless, it goes the way of Fnatic. They've still got the scout in JW's hands. Flush is going to stay on the SMG. They've got 3 M4s surrounding it. Some nice shots from Golden here. Great job at that triple box.
I really just want to double back on that interview we had with Sue and Danny Sonic. I realized that I think that's very accurate. That maybe, oh, what? That's a nice headshot. I'm going to cancel that thought for a moment. Flusher going down, trying to get out of the window. What a shame for him. He just wanted to get down into the other pass, and it's going to make things a little bit weird for Fnatic.
Yeah, I wanted to get into a close-up range with the SMG. It's not able to work out for him. Dupree did not like that idea. So smoke used by the defense early on as well at the basic connector. You can see all of Astralis, because it's so deep into mid, very cautious that someone might have pushed behind it towards the underpass. So they're going to be very, very careful. 4 players in mid. Device is in the B halls. This is a contact play on Catwalk, and Dupree's found another opening. That's on to Golden, and this is a guy we saw last night. You do not want him to heat up. Crims take him down, surprised by a second player in connector. But that smoke is going to cover their path. It's all on Lekro. JW is rotating over, but he's only got a scout.
Yeah, this won't be easy to hold back. They still have a smoke on Sip, so they could actually just smoke off that scout as well. Kirby goes down, Lecro, long range, might be a good lineup. He actually does a lot of damage and a headshot onto the device, and they just clean it up. Crim's coming with a great spray there. Astralis may be waiting just a little bit too long. I mean, they had so many openings in that round.
They really did. They slowed it down once they got around that corner on Catwalk, and Crims is able to hold strong at the top of Connector. He got the 1 kill earlier. Kirby tried to lurk up and catch him off guard, but once he handles that, you can just see they're getting shot at from 2 different positions, and Crims is able to get fortunate on that 4th kill.
I need to see that in a lot more slow motion. It's like the gun just jumped, you know, right to his face.
It always makes you feel good when you get that kind of fortune. You're like, oh, it's going to be a good game.
Crimson Golden holding the A bomb site. No armor on the Astralis team, so if they don't get a quick kill, I don't think they're going to get a bomb plant anytime soon. But they can take down Crims. They already shot him in the face, so there's one way to get a round started. Can they follow it up, though?
Surprised Xyp9x didn't jump on that dink. Still have him and the bomb waiting over towards A. Device and Dupree together. Wants that Deagle pick. Nade takes Kirby down to just above half HP. Waiting for the response, and Flusha finds Dupree. Goldens get tagged up from Xyp9x, so they know one's Palace, and he gets eliminated. And yeah, this is just easy for Fnatic. Well done from them. They've sustained very, very nicely, not taking too much damage overall in these rounds at a very fast 4-0 lead.
Yeah, and this is going to feel great for them. I mean, they still have the scout in play, which means JW at the beginning of this round, or even after the buy, he's got 8,100 in the bank. That's so much money to be working with. It's not always easy to get that up and running on the CT side, but they've done a fantastic job now. Let's see what they can do in the 5th round here. Echo's still around for the Astralis team, and something has to change here for the Danes. This is, yeah, a little bit of a rough start.
Had a nice entry. It's the mid rounds where they're very, very strong on that they kind of messed up in the 1 gun round they've had. It's all right, though. Still early going. Scout in window stuck behind the smoke. Crims again going to be in connector. And you can see JW more and more bold, finding a gap in the smoke. Takes a shot, almost lands the tag. Now he's got to back away. He knows where the response is coming from. Another smoke in towards window room as well as utility is being spent.
Necro boosted up on that box in the middle. People tend to check it, but if there's just a tiny distraction, that might be one of the first things that go. There's a little bit of a peek coming in. Dupree was looking for it, but it hit the shot. JW goes down. Might not be the biggest loss there. That is just the scout gone. Still a 4-on-4 with about a minute left. What
it does do, it provide a gap in the defense. So can Astralis take advantage of this? Flusha is right behind the smoke. Lecro's going to double up with him on Catwalk. Glaive's going to have a big job to do. Another boost coming out. They want to get another cheeky pick before the hit comes in. Device and Xyp9x currently stuck behind, and Flusha's going to get forced back. Now they should move into B halls, but Glaive taking care of it. He finds Lecro, and there's the pounce, but it just misses its timing. Glaive's got to be careful with Flusha's in no man's land, and he eventually does go down.
They really got sandwiched on that Catwalk. They were not in a good position, and the fact that they got caught in the middle of the boost, obviously not really helping them at all. Crimson Golden now in a very tough retake. If they even want to go for it, they're going to have to be very quick here. Need a kill within the next couple of seconds, otherwise it's probably better to just back off and could try and get some exits. That would definitely hurt Astralis a lot if they could take down, you know, 3 members or 4 in this exit situation, but it looks like they are slowly backing off, so Astralis get to put a round on the board, and yeah, that worked out very well with the timing.
Yeah, this is a smart decision, though, from Fnatic to just back off and save plenty of money in the bank, and this is just going to help that situation. So another strong buy. Astralis is going to have to burn through a lot of the opposition's cash. Yeah, that's the big thing. That's the go sign from Astralis when they're waiting in halls, is when their teammates spawn a delayed boost onto that box, you know where both B defenders are. It's very unlikely there'd be 3 players there. You speed up, you make sure they're locked around that choke point, and you're able to eliminate them from both sides. And this is also the danger of JW going down like that. That was an unnecessary peek from him. Once he falls, there's no real backup. Crims has to get more passive because he's there alone, so there's no one to really help out with that Catwalk defense.
So slight setback here for Fnatic, but the upside is, instead of the scout, we now have JW on the AWP. There's no answer like that for Astralis at the moment, at least. And they need to figure out a way to deal with this. I feel like JW is still a lethal force in this game if you just give him a bit of room to work with. And just now, just him being alone to the B hallways means they're so much more flexible moving towards the middle.
Yeah, but this is going to be faster. This is not going to be Astralis taking mid control and slowly deciding where to go. This is going to be just a straight up execute, probably within the next 15 seconds or so. They can't just sit here. They have all 5 players, so it has to come quick, and there's only 2 defenders here. Reinforcements are a long way off.
See how it goes. Crims Golden on the bomb side. They might be in a little bit of trouble. Crims with a great spray, finds the headshot on the third. Deagle comes in and Crims takes down 4. What a great sequence. Looked like they weren't in that much of a position there. Could have easily fallen that bomb site, and Crims steps it up.
You had everything you wanted if you're Astralis. That was a great call and everything, but the fact that Crims is able to get 3, trading needs to be better out of Astralis. That was very lackadaisical. I mean, he cannot get that many kills in that situation. We're going to see a pause out of Astralis. Remember yesterday as well, their first half was very, very rough, and they had to make a huge comeback. You can't be doing that 2 rounds in a row. And I mean, dupreeh gets blinded, fair play, but Device or dupreeh, one of them needs to get that kill.
Yeah, it didn't even look like there was much backup from Golden for a while there, so yeah, absolutely unacceptable.
I think that's the flashbang that blinded dupreeh, as he had that out in his hand, so it was Crims against the world for a good 3-4 seconds.
Very impressive, obviously. 5-1. And just to recap as well, Crims has got 11 kills and only 2 deaths. So obviously, 4 of them from that round, but still, that is a very good way to get started.
By the way, he got 4 kills in the 3rd round when he was playing top connector. So a pair of quad kill rounds already in this game for him, only 6 rounds in. Plenty of time to get, 4 or 5 more if he wants to.
It seems like it's about time that Crims started to make his way back to that level.
Like, that was the underrated effect. We always talk about the old roster and that dynasty that was established, and the conversation's rightfully going to be a lot around how good Olaf was, but Crims was the quiet rock of that team that just allowed them to do so much aggression on other portions of the map. So he deserves his own attention for his unique play style.
Might be an easy kill here. He's got the lineup. Saw the shadow or the gun barrel there and almost got the pre-fire in. A lot of mid-control this time for Astralis, and they haven't always made the best use of it, so we'll see if it's going to be different here. JW to take down Kjaerbye, and no chance for a refrag at all.
This is the tough part about a buy like this from Astralis is, since they're low on utility, you have to take risks somewhere, right? You can't flash every single corner, you can't have everything smoked off the way we've seen them do in the past, so Kjaerbye just kind of has to take the risk, walks right into an op shot. There's no smokes on this upcoming hit as well, by the way. So JW, who's in window room with that AWP, when he rotates over, he's going to have a clear line of sight. 3 flashbangs, 1 Molotov. Another great utility timing for Golden, the flashbang in the previous round. Molotov here slows Astralis down even more. They're just going to walk up until spotted. Flashbang over. Molotov under porch. Golden doesn't even have to peek yet.
No, we can just wait until they step in the line of fire from JW. That's those smokes you come back and talk about. There's a grenade in. He does go down right afterwards, but still, how are they going to cross it? Flusher does go down to dupreeh, so now it's a 3-on-3. dupreeh still roaming around on the other side. Sip winning the fight against Crims somehow. And JW backing off. I'm a little bit shocked that Fnatic didn't try and use that crossfire to slightly further their advantage. Now 2-on-3, and the bomb has gone down. They're all running into the middle. How, well, nearly. Glaive is going to stick around. I'm kind of glad to see that, but how are they going to expect this from Fnatic?
It's going to be tough. Glaive needs to stay alive. Low HP, can't get picked off by left, but goes for the fight. Hits a stunning headshot, and JW's got to back away. Just a couple missed kills. We talked about how good Crims was playing. He missed a shot on someone jumping over on top of the stairs. JW as well missed his op cross into the bomb site. And that's what allows Astralis to get that plant down. So smallest of margins here in this round, and it's going to be a second for Astralis, eliminating 4 players as well, forcing plenty of rebuys. Zipnix, I think, is looking for JW, and he almost found him at the end, actually.
Could have been happening. That would have been a great rifle to take away from them. See, when Golden gets that first kill, I wonder why he doesn't just sort of stick around behind, because then they have to go and find him, right? The fact that he continues to fight against Sip means suddenly they're a bit more open to try and take the rest of the bomb site. So that's I think it's a slight misstep on his part.
Yeah, it is, certainly. It's tough to control yourself in that kind of scenario as well. But, I mean, even so, Fnatic still had the advantage on that cross and just, like I said, a couple missed shots. So that's unfortunate for them. Regardless, they still have the op in JW's hands. All that money is finally gone. Everyone on Fnatic, you can see below $1,000 in the bank.
All right, now Still not seeing that much aggression out of the Fnatic team. I guess it's been working for them so far, in fact. Now they're starting to rotate a couple of people over towards the B bomb site, maybe feeling a bit of pressure there. Kirby is out and making a lot of noise while the rest of Astralis are over at the A site. So if this keeps working, if he's going to stay alive for another 5 seconds, it's going to get rough on the A bomb side. That's where all the action is going to be. He does go down, maybe overextending a bit. Crims, oh, they're not checking the stairs, and he gets a kill. Easy enough for him. That is very important. Now Glaive is going to try for the bomb plant here. Can he get it in time? There's not enough coverage, and he just has to wait. And now the rest of Fnatic have shown up.
Yeah, this is scary. Glaive just has to hold this and pray, and thankfully he gets away with it just as they're about to turn the corner. And dupreeh is on catwalk. He's not here to help Glaive at the moment. He's just getting there now, but it's too late. He can't guard the cross. And he gets eliminated from window. Flusha does wrap around and find him. Yeah, I mean, almost works again. I mean, just another round. Astralis kind of seemingly had everything they wanted. It's that one decision. Device doesn't clear the stairs. Crims is able to get a free kill. And if Device clears that and finds that kill, he has so much ground towards window. So he gains so much more safety for his team. Glaive doesn't have to delay the plant as long as he did.
Yeah, you could very clearly see what the plan was in that round. I mean, obviously, Kirby stayed alive as long as he could. It's kind of hard to know, because if you do nothing, if you just sit in a corner and wait, you might not sort of create enough presence, right? You want to keep selling the idea that something is happening over there. So he sort of had to make a bit of noise, and eventually he got his face taken off. So that's unfortunate. Now 6-2 and moving into the 9th round, looking a lot better here for the Swedish side. Not least because they've managed to reset the Astralis economy. That's what you want.
Astralis never able to really build anything. Deagle's are out again. Device has his with armor. dupreeh with 1 at about half HP, and KRB with the Deagle as well. Again, just patiently waiting. 2 players in these B halls, 2 at the top mid. Device patiently waiting on A ramp to make his play. dupreeh by far being the most aggressive, though he is going to be blocked out by smoke. And now that KRB is available in underpass. So again, it's all about kills. Obviously, winning this round would be phenomenal for Astralis if they'd be able to pull it off, some kind of miraculous shots, but Crims is still just on a tear, and Glaive doesn't want to swing out too wide. Doesn't aggressively chase down that trade. Golden has some pressure put on him, and there's another peek from Crims, and he hasn't taken a point of damage. He's finding all the timings at the moment, really feeling the game well. Just gets dinked in the face, and dupreeh chiming in on the flush over at the B bomb site. So they're causing some holes in the defense, but quickly Fnatic is able to shut him down with no real progress made.
Well, I'm hearing Jumpy, I think it is, shouting a little bit in the background. I like that, because someone has to match Sonic on the other team, so...
Zonic hasn't had a whole lot to cheer about in this game quite yet, and I know Jumpy, looking over there as the match was, as everyone was setting up and about to go live, Jumpy was giving a nice little pregame speech to his team. Had something prepared, I think.
Like that. I mean, whatever it is, seems to be working right about now. 7-2 the scoreline. Early days, but I would say this is trending very much in the right direction for the Fnatic team. Oh, smoke block with the Molotov. We love seeing that. It's supposed to bounce into the back wall and then back out to block JW. And Astralis won't know this. A very clever play coming out here from the Swedes. A much underrated tactic.
I should know it now. KRB did spot into window. He saw briefly from his POV, but I'm not sure if he realized that smoke was deep. Doesn't matter either way. Crosses with safety and puts up another smoke. So JW again blocked off, although he is going to try and find a corner.
Oh my god.
That's a nice nade.
That might as well have been a landmine.
Yeah, that was really, really good. Look at the stack over at the A ramp is what I'm looking at, though. Crims and Golden are combined to shut down Xyp9x and dupreeh. This can be very, very deadly. If they don't clear this, there's the flashbang in. That's a great shot from Golden, and they've done it. dupreeh has an AWP, the worst possible weapon to try and attack this. He has to rely on his teammates coming from Connector, and at the moment they're blocked off by smoke, and the rotations from Fnatic are here as well.
Even worse for dupreeh. They don't even realize that Crims is in the corner. Are they going to guess? Glaive goes down. Golden waiting for it, and as you can tell, dupreeh, he's just, all of his focus was on that one player at the ramp, so nobody goes down here for Fnatic, just shutting down the Danish side and making it 8-2. This is very impressive. They've done a remarkable job, not just in winning the rounds, but keeping everyone alive, denying the bomb plants. I mean, there are a lot of factors here that go into this being quite a big lead right now.
They've responded. They haven't let Astralis string 2 rounds together still. They had a small trade back and forth earlier in the half, and that's about it. So back onto the pistols, and Fnatic making this look real, real good. Some very cool setups, some very cool responses. And obviously, Crims playing lights out at the moment. 15 kills for him in 10 rounds.
Yeah, keep up at this rate, and Astralis might not get a route back into the game. Of course, both these teams are 1-1, so doesn't mean anyone's going home, but it won't get much easier from here on out. Got to keep up the pressure. Some grenades raining in, and now we'll see what Crims can do. He's in the corner, and they didn't quite check it. Somehow they did jump past, and he's going to get traded right away. Golden wants to just hold on here and wait for some teammates, and I can't blame him for that. It's not the end of the world if you allow the bomb to go down. Just make sure you don't lose too many rifles in a game like this or in a round like this. Trying to see if they could maybe make it work. Kirby and Glaive both going down, leaving Device in the back corner, and he does actually do a little bit of damage onto Golden, but ultimately, it'll be another round.
Yeah, very nice from Fnatic. You're exactly right. They're going to be fine with the bomb going down. Like you said, they don't care about that bonus money at this point because the losing money has grown so large. So another full buy coming out of Astralis. Dupree is going to have that AWP because that was a big conversation centering around this Astralis squad coming into this event. With Device kind of coming back, is Dupree going to remain on the op? He kind of stepped into that position to fill it in while Device was out with illness. And he's sticking to it coming here, and he looked great yesterday. Hasn't really gotten started in this game too much. 2-9. Astralis need to get some kind of a run to get, back into this game. If this stretches out too far, they had that massive comeback against North yesterday, but Fnatic's not looking like a team that's going to allow that to happen.
This is going to work out. I mean, Astralis keep getting the mid control, but they're not getting anything for it.
The cool thing about this as well, I mean, look at there's been a lot of different looks that Fnatic has had on the defense, and because they've had this huge lean, they have JW and Palace already taking an angle with the AWP. They have Golden, because they have so many players, they're willing to risk him, flashing him down that A ramp to get information. Because even if he dies, there's still 3 players there that they can stop any hit with. So now Golden is just letting him know everything. Once he gets to T-spawn and sees no one here, JW is going to start backing off.
There's a timer on this round now, and Astralis don't even know it yet. The rest of Fnatic, they can start to make their move and position themselves accordingly, but Astralis are not realizing that within the next 30 or so seconds, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. They're starting to creep their way in towards Catwalk. If they can hit it just in time, they can still get out of this position, but it's going to have to be quick now. Device is about to be shot in the back as they're making their way through. Lecro calling it out, and that should be the big sign. There's Dupree getting 1 kill. Flusher has to stay alive. That's all that matters right now. Just keep staying alive, and the backup will come quick. He goes for the spray. Golden is there to take down Device. JW's fallen in the meantime. There's Flusher again, going for a triple, almost getting it, and somehow, with 24 seconds, it's a 1 versus 1. That Molotov, though, is going to make life a little bit hard for Kirby. He almost just has to try and make a run for it. 16 seconds. I mean, you don't have that much time here. Flashing his way through, spots the bomb with 10 seconds, and now there's no time. You have to find the kill. You can't really go for the plant. Running onto the site with a bomb right next to Golden, and there's the spray coming in. It will be a triple. And it will be Fnatic picking up a 10th round. That was closer than I thought it would be.
That's such a cool round from Fnatic. That is such a great idea that you love to see them bring out. That round is all Golden with that flank. I mean, not just the kills, but all the information. I'm actually surprised Fnatic didn't have more of a stack at the B bomb site. In that kind of stage in the round, where JW had spotted nothing. They still had Crims with him inside the A bomb site, so they really didn't even have a stack or any kind of a cheat. They just had that one flank, and it works out perfectly.
And I mean, I expect nothing less out of Flusher, but he understood so well that he had to stay alive, because if he doesn't, then there is always that slight chance that Device looks behind him. If the pressure from the bomb side is gone, that he thinks, all right, I've got a little bit of room to work with here. There
did seem to be some hesitance, though. After Flusher gets his first kill defending that B bomb site, no one from Astralis is pushing it forward. That's a nice find from Glaive. High impact entry onto Crims on Catwalk. Starts to open up middle. JW misses a shot. Got good information. Here's the boost up, and JW's not going to miss that one right through the corner of the wall.
I was going to say, he didn't even wait.
Yeah, and Astralis is actually already pushing up connector. They found a gap. They want to wrap around JW. They know Golden's in CT spawn now. They should know that they have the space. The smoke is down. They're going to be able to cross. Glaive does eventually fall, but they've got the A bomb site.
He's getting a little bit aggressive. JW pushing right through. The timing is just unbelievable. He almost takes down Dupree as well. Classic JW move there. Still a 1 versus 2 now as Sip does go down Dupree. 45 seconds, gonna walk right into it. The spray doesn't connect, and Lecro takes him down. Another round for the Swedes here, 11-2. This is a godlike half coming out of them. They seem almost unstoppable.
They really do. Their rotations are so on point at the moment. They're always rotating into positions where Astralis is just not expecting it, and all of a sudden Astralis is, players, you can see multiple times they've had players set up in connector, on catwalk, jungle, where they're in position to really watch the flank and watch for that second avenue of attack, but they're always found out. They're always caught off guard by the Fnatic players, where you'd think that kind of a lurker who has that advanced positioning would actually have the advantage. They're the ones getting hunted down. And now look at the aggression. Another switch up in the defensive game plan. And Lekro's going to find a free kill and the bomb at top mid. No one here from Astralis to recover. They all have to fall back from what they were doing. This is quite the dagger in this first half.
It's great to watch this because I feel like we've been talking about, Astralis not sort of looking quite like themselves, but I feel like this Fnatic team have had a hard time finding their own form as well. Now it's looking exactly how you'd want it.
It's like opposites, isn't it?
Yeah.
Astralis isn't looking like themselves in a bad way, and Fnatic almost isn't looking like themselves in a very, very good way, because this is a level of a Fnatic that we haven't seen since the previous iterations. And even then, it's probably been over a year.
It has been a very long time, and we've seen sort of flashes of it, and it's gone away a little bit again. But this is very impressive. You'd love to see this. JW, triple box, gonna miss the kill, still a lot of damage. The grenade follow-up, almost catching Glaive. It'll be golden to finish off the kill. It'll take that any day. Now, more trouble coming Astralis' way. 2 versus 4 here, not that much time left. Device somehow getting both those kills. I'm not really even sure how, but they don't have the health, and they only have 30 seconds.
Yeah, and they understand that. That's why you see them both backing off and trying to be sneaky, trying to play this time. They have to hurry, though. Under 30 seconds, 25 to be exact. They're going to get all the way over to that B bomb site. Flusha and Lekro still haven't responded quite yet. In the middle of the map, they're kind of being honest, respecting that A bomb site, and so it's going to be a bomb plant. But there's 2 HE grenades, Anders, so surely... Oh, actually, Flusha got there quick. Holy hell, he jumped into window room. I didn't even spot it. Xyp9x now can't plant. He's got no time.
No,
Lekro just needs to live.
It's done. Didn't have quite the time for it. That is very upsetting. Flusha with the perfect timing, catching him, jumping out the window with the bomb. That's all it took.
I didn't know Flusha could move that fast.
Well, apparently he can.
Yeah.
He does have a bit of a special way of playing this game, so it's just his style, isn't it? 12-2, moving into the 15th round. And, I mean, how can we put this? Just a brutal first half for Astralis. And Fnatic they're not just winning, they're excited. I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen Swedish players get really fired up. I'm liking this. I want more out of that for them as well. It's
probably been since, what, like middle of 2014 since we've seen that, because they were just so used to winning everything for like 2 years. So
that's true. Even when they were at their high, they were just thinking, yeah, that's just how it is, isn't it? So Crims with one more headshot. Golden gets taken down. He's going to go for the peak. A little bit too wide, maybe, or had the wrong angle. Jamie takes him down. Flusha's going to fall in the middle. So a bit of a tight situation here. The grenade is not quite going to catch Dupree. Maybe that would have done it. Bomb goes down. They should not be losing this Astralis.
No, they really shouldn't. 4 on 2. They've had plenty of time with this cover of smoke to get into better positions. Dupree's under balcony. They actually have 3 players at Hall, so actually if this smoke could have ruined their day, considering 2 players are affected by it, and a 3rd one is even taken out. Smoke on top of the bomb. Lekro going to try and find one more, but can't respond fast enough. JW had yet made his move, and Device is going to end it a 3rd round right at the end, but it just doesn't feel like it's going to be enough.
Yeah. 3 out of 15 ain't bad, Moses. Actually, when you say it out loud, it kind of is.
It's kind of awful, isn't it?
Sounded better inside my head, really.
Yeah.
So, Astralis versus Fnatic first half done. Obviously, we've got some stats for you that will sort of highlight exactly what's going on here and just how rough it's been. The Swedish team have been unbelievably good in the first half here. I mean, this is a little bit outrageous. See some of the highlights here where Crims is just, gone ham, basically. That's
just the start. When you see that he's killed 4 players and only lost like 50 HP, that's when you're just like, something's wrong with Astralis, because normally they're very, very good at trading that. But, I mean, fair play. He also kept that pace up throughout this, had a couple of quad kills early on, and Eyeball Brothers doing well. Look at that. Not bad at all. He's having a phenomenal event. Yeah, that's against Virtus Pro. First half against Astralis, 112, 17 and 10.
I'll take either one, really, at this point, just anything over 100 like that is going to be a good sign.
It's unreal. And I mean, obviously as well, I know Yanko talked about it. It's not just, he was always known for being like a defensive specialist, one of those like anchors and more passive players that allows guys like JW, Olaf, and Flusha to make those aggressive plays and those creative plays across the map. He's doing it on the T sides as well, as hopefully we're about to see to back up my point.
Moses, the way forward is simple. Just don't do what North did, and things will be fine.
Words to live by, really.
Yeah. 12-3, moving into the 16th round. It's just banter, guys. Just banter.
I noticed, by the way, that you were rooting for Astralis last night, predicting them to win, and then as soon as they did win, you're back at the hotel wearing a North sweatshirt, North hoodie.
Yeah, listen.
You're just all over the place.
Gotta keep up alliances, Moses. It's esports. You never have too many friends, really.
Can't burn those bridges quite yet.
Never know when you might get into a Twitter argument and you need the backup, so gotta be careful. Crims charging all the way into connector, and that's a lot of damage. Glaive on 2 health. Gonna put up a smoke and managed to cross to the other side. There's a smoke to block him off, so miraculously he's still alive. And JW running right through. It's gonna be Crims instead to pick up that kill on Glaive, but he at least did some damage. This is still great. Fnatic managed to infiltrate all of this connector, and now in towards the jungle. Sip does get 1 kill in return, but still, Fnatic are pretty deep in the bomb site.
Well, the bomb hasn't made it there. That's the tough part. There's no utility as well, so Fnatic have to pretty much hold off all these different choke points and get the bomb planted. And Astralis is all rotated over. Device is going to be the next one up, fighting with Crims, but Crims obviously wins that, and he wins another one onto Xyp9x. 2 big players down, Dupree and Careby. They don't have the health for this, and pretty soon Crims is going to start flanking, but it might not even be needed. That's a great shot, but it's just not enough. Crims is here to end it with another headshot. Another quad kill round for him, 21 frags.
He's looking very focused.
Device looks confused. He's just like, what's happened?
I don't blame him. I'd be confused too. What's going on, you know? We thought this whole Denmark versus Sweden thing was settled, and
I thought we figured that out.
Just like that, boom, the back. 13-3. I can't see. I think this happened with North as well. Well, this wasn't quite that bad, but it was something like this, and then Astralis won the second round after losing the pistol. Was that true?
Yes.
And then it spiraled out of control.
And then it was like 9 straight for Astralis. I think the tough part, though, is you saw some fight in the first half out of Astralis in that comeback, right? Like, even though they lost far too many rounds, they still had some close ones, still were battling into it. Here, it's just start to finish, it's been domination for Fnatic.
It really has been. I think we've seen some rounds where there's been some real hesitation in Astralis. I mean, one thing is they sort of know the positions, they know the grenades to throw, then when they get into those positions and they have to execute the next step, they sort of seem to be stuttering a little bit.
Definitely in that first half of attacking bomb sites, there seemed to be, a bit of hesitation, some stutter steps of just kind of slowing down and not really seizing the opportunity. Fnatic, meanwhile, is loving it. Deagle out for KRB, another 4 spot into this round. So far gone. See if they can do anything with it. Dupree's got the SMG. Xyp9x is here all alone. It's just Flusha, though, that's causing this distraction. That Dink is going to help out because Flusha wants to back off. If he gets that kill, we start to see the rotations. So Astralis have a chance here still, as Fnatic is starting to use their smokes, flashbangs, and Molotovs to get up towards Catwalk. It's all on KRB, turning the corner, not able to get anything done. There's 2 more players from Astralis here, but they're not going to live long.
Great flashbangs coming out from Astralis there, just not finding the kills. I say that with Glaive picking up 1, Sip with another. Somehow there's the shot coming in. Flusha, he was wounded earlier. It turns around in the face of Fnatic. 1 versus 2, but it is Crims, so I guess this is kind of an even fight.
But Device has the high ground, and depending on how Xyp9x plays this, he can be so very impactful. Crims needs to get this kill as soon as they encounter each other, and he's going to. Xyp9x not even checking there, but still a lot of angles to check in this B-bomb site.
Small point of criticism here. Device has got him at 10, but he's using the CC. Did you not see Vega play? I mean, what?
Listen, only Sharks can hit those shots.
Apparently so. 25 seconds. This is very hard on Crims. There are a lot of corners to check in this bomb site, and he has to try and force Device into a peak at some point, and he doesn't have really a lot of time for it. So now he's going to have to go and run, pick up the bomb. As soon as he can do that, at least he could maybe try and pressure him in. And he's pretty much only going to have 1 chance here with about 9 seconds left. Goes for the plant, and Device is going to shoot him in the back. So, yeah, it's hard to really criticize Crims for that one. I mean, you just don't have a lot of choices there. And
at a certain point, when too much time has gone off the clock and there's about 20 seconds left, he has to start making footsteps because he's got to pick up the pace. And once the audio cues come in for Device, his advantage, which is already incredibly strong, just triples, quadruples even. I don't know why I use numbers to quantify that, because you can't back them up whatsoever.
I appreciate that. We need more math in Counter-Strike modes. Even if it's made up, I don't mind.
Fake maths.
Yeah. Oh, that could be a 2018 thing.
That could be a real thing.
I mean, I actually think people do generally distrust the statistics anyway, so.
Yeah.
What is the phrase? Lies, damn lies, and statistics?
Yeah, that's the one.
18th round, ladies and gentlemen, and it's, I mean, the first part of the prophecies come true, Moses. They win the second round.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe this is a thing. Battered in the first half, get them right where you want them, win the second round.
There's going to be at least one person on Reddit claiming that it was planned.
It was all planned.
It does make for really great drama, but I doubt this is what they intended. Nice shot from the Device, completely cancelling out JW in that round. Flusher wants to get a little bit of a peek in, but Sip is close here with the MP9, able to get that corner, and he's playing it very well. It's hard for them to really dig him out of that one. Crims goes down next in line, the bomb even dropping into the bomb site, and Lecro now on a bit of a flank, while also getting flanked. Flankception? All right,
Not
headshot
anymore.
Necro, I guess. That works out. Trying for another one. Could have been beautiful. He would have had even 40 seconds if he could have done it. But instead, Kirby takes him down, so 13-5.
Debris upgrades the Scout into an AK, so they salvage a rifle as well, because that's a very costly round for Astralis, even in a win. This one needs to be clean, as they need to build up some kind of money to sustain through the rest of this half, if they want to make that comeback. If they want to fulfill the prophecy.
Yeah, what do you think? What is the current value of comeback coin, Moses? Has it gone up?
It's pretty high. We've seen some cool comebacks.
Yeah, we have. I mean, it's bound to happen with so many one-sided matches. I feel like some of them have to.
They've all been attempted comebacks, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's A for effort, I suppose. Device trying to see if he can maybe get a bit of a sneak in there. They really don't have anything to work with here on the Fnatic team. One upgraded pistol, and that's pretty much it. So either way, they should get chewed up pretty easily here. There's Crims going down. Lecro's the one that has the gun on the other side towards T-spawn now. Okay.
It always sounds bad when you get dinked, and then you look at the HP and you realize he's only got down to 70.
My God.
Nice touchdown from Zipnix.
He's no more. JW evaporated from that 1 HE grenade. It's down to Lecro and Golden, trying to see if they can just get one more dink in, get a kill on somebody. It doesn't seem like it's going to really happen. Golden, not long for this world. Another round here for Astralis, 13-6. It's much too early to celebrate, though.
Yes, it very much is. But at the same time, if you think back to that comeback Astralis had versus North yesterday, this kind of a lead can disappear very, very quickly, very unexpectedly. All of a sudden, you can look up and realize, you know, there's maybe only 2 or 3 gun rounds that Fnatic will have before they're within striking distance again. So you don't want to let your foot off the gas. 13-6. 1 AWP on the board. It's in Dupree's hands. He's going to be taking that over at Booth towards the A bomb site. Heavy play towards Catwalk for the Astralis side. Device and KRB going there. Zipnix is going to be playing at the van.
How aggressive Flusher is playing. Putting some pressure on Sip already. That did force him to use the grenade and smoke to follow it up here, so they're bleeding him drive grenades really pretty much right off the bat. That already is not that bad.
Not a bad win at all. He's got nothing. JW boosted up. How much does he want to commit to the window? KRB's up here with Glaive holding it down. He gets taken out. There's the trade, though. KRB coming through. That was unexpected from JW's perspective. A lot of manpower to be devoted to holding window room. And with that, Zipnix, because he has no utility, perhaps rotates away. It's Device who takes it up, but he's only got 1 flashbang, so depends on where they want to go. And it looks like mid is the answer. Crims is there, Lecro and Golden as well.
Device is even sneaking in towards the catwalk here, so could be a big crunch on the middle for Astralis if they get the timing down right. Sip now joining Dupree over by the CT spawn with 40 seconds. As Fnatic need some sort of entry, here's the big issue. They don't have any smokes right now. They have flashbangs to try and get through. Kirby gonna take 1 more kill. They can't really even dig him out of that corner, just has to stay crouched. And they can't really get him. 25 seconds, and somehow this round has slightly fallen apart here for the Fnatic team. So much damage onto Kirby, but there's just no way in. This has got to be very frustrating.
You call this checkmate. KRB just sits there patiently, and they can do nothing. They walk right into the AWP. that's rough. Crims had been watching for that follow-up peek from the broken window inside that room for, 20 seconds, and as soon as he looks away, the timing of it is really brutal, and Flusha just trying to live, and he's going to be able to. Great defense from Astralis. Typical Danish defense. Let him have mid, and just don't let him go anywhere else.
Yeah, that worked out very well for them, obviously. Just, they didn't really know how to get rid of Kerbu, and the timing is unbelievable. I mean, in this particular peak, Grim's not going to be happy with that at all. And I think the fact that they had no grenades, because I think once they had that position, even if he gets the first kill, they just say, all right, we'll just smoke it up and then smoke off CT spawn or jungle and then go for it. But they didn't have enough grenades.
Oh no. That is the one AK-47. Maybe Lekro wanted it, because he's got armor as well, so they're obviously doing like a trade-off game.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just like, I want that AK-47.
That's a bit aggressive, isn't it?
Seems a bit unreasonable.
Lekro can make up for it with one good deagle shot. That's all we need right now. This Flusha still hitting a headshot. Lekro to follow it up, taking down Dupree. Maybe they did get Flusha fired up. Device is going to go down as well. Lekro hitting another great shot. And just like that, Fnatic powering through, catching Astralis completely off guard. It's now down to Sip and Kerbu. 2 versus 5, and what can you really do?
When all else fails, knife your teammate and run through smokes. That's a matchmaking strategy if I've ever seen it. Xyp9x and Kerbu don't even have a chance to get back into this. They just have to sit back. And it's tough because you can't even position yourself for any kind of exit kills to hurt the economy, because this is essentially a save round from Fnatic, so they're going to have plenty of money.
Good enough kill there. Yeah, they're going to have a lot of money, and they're going to steal the M4 and the AWP too. This is... What a brutal knockout round here coming in from Fnatic. Puts them on 14 overall.
Yeah.
But I think it's worse than that. I mean, Astralis needed that long streak to sort of really shut down Fnatic. They're going to be fired right back up again. Yeah,
and also, I mean, just for their own sake, is gaining that morale of having a deep run and at least closing the gap towards, 9 or 10 before you let one get away. And now on the verge of being reset as well, because they have to buy back into this round. If they were to lose this as well on the Astralis side, they'd be really, really hurt for a purchase in the next one. They have decent money, so they'd still be able to go for something relatively strong, but they'd be missing some rifles, some utility. Golden with the AWP, had the good spawn, narrowly misses that shot.
Grenade there to try and keep himself covered, but Glaive is in an enormous amount of trouble. They're going to try and see if they can rush him down. I don't know how he's still alive. Grenade goes too far, and a little bit of a shot coming into Kerbu. They're all stuck on each other, and Glaive goes down. Kerbu could easily be next.
That is just a classic strategy on Mirage that works out. It's so simple. Apply a lot of pressure onto Connector, have one player in Palace just waiting to punish people falling out. They do massive damage onto Kerbu, down to 8 HP, and find the kill on a Glaive. Xyp9x does respond with the equalizer, but they still have got a long way to go. Dupree is the only one at this A bomb site, and now with Device going down, Dupree is all on his own for quite some time.
See what he could do with this AWP. Did very well at the Blast Pro series, but now he's going to have to really step it up here. Backup is being called for, although Kerbu is again very low on health, and Sip goes down, and now it seems almost impossible. Kerbu is going to get an easy kill there on JW. 40 seconds, and Fnatic, are they going to realize that they could just bring this bomb to another bomb site instead? Seems like they're still kind of pushing that A bomb site, so Dupree's going to have maybe one chance to make this work. Kerbu coming in with a bit of a flank, making a lot of noise, and they're going to double peek him. Means it's 1 versus 3 here. AWP for them all. There's one good shot at least. Flashbang to try and maybe put a bit of pressure on them. He's going to go for a shot through the box, not hitting anyone. Does it again and nearly gets the leg on Golden. That would have been good. Another flashbang is in, trying to bait out the shot. He knows that someone's going to be there. Does he see the chance? Sees the head at least, misses the shot, and Golden is close. Dupree trying his best, but at 10 health and with already a bit of time on the clock here, he's going to have to make it back. Wow, that could have been a very different round. There's a lot of chaos in the middle.
There really is. That's a nice round from Fnatic, and it almost takes so long to come to fruition. This is a lesson of why you need to be, as a professional player, you need to be able to handle a lot of different weapons. Golden picking up the AWP allows him to call that kind of a fast tactic. He had the spawn for the mid pick. JW takes the AK-47. What's essentially a rush towards Connector gives them so much map control, so much damage onto Astralis early on in the round. That's really good stuff out of Fnatic. They've put together a really, really nice game.
Yes, there's no denying that. 15-7, another tactical timeout here for Astralis right at the end of the robe. Trying to see if they can, you know, summon the last bit of strength here, make it work. It's involving AWP that was saved, the Scout, the M4 there for Kirby. Not really the greatest of weaponry here, but this is exciting, Moses. Just at the time where we're starting to see, new sort of CIS teams rise and everything else. Think about how long, relatively speaking, Swedish Counter-Strike, especially I think in the light of how massive Swedish Counter-Strike was in the beginning of Global Offensive. I mean, it overshadowed everything. And unanimously, everyone would agree that Sweden was the #1 Counter-Strike nation in the world. To see them sort of come back now and play well is quite excited.
I think it was you that made the joke just a few months back that North American Counter-Strike had started to eclipse Swedish Counter-Strike even with the emergence of Liquid and Cloud9, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I might have made a mistake on that one. That might have been,
I think you were right at the time. It was just very short-lived.
Yeah, a little bit of a taste of regret there for me, like regret coin.
It's always flush.
Yeah, by now. Dupree in the window. Device, very aggressive here, and I kind of like that. Got to be very careful. That's an AWP versus Scout battle. You might not end up winning.
Here's a play. Look at Kirby on Catwalk. Flusha is waiting for this. Depends on how far forward Kirby wants to go. But it's no doubt they need something. Whether it's Kirby, whether it's Dupree with that AWP who's found nothing. Kirby doesn't want to progress any farther than he already has. Zipnix and Glaive stacked at the A bomb site. That's a CZ and an M4.
And how are they planning to make this work? I mean, those, I would say, are very questionable positions. Two of the people that are coming in from that ramp have Molotovs. The chances that they don't Molotov Secret, Shadow, I would say are quite slim. And then Crim's on the other side. I think this setup is going to maybe just fall to grenades.
Well, yeah, and Dupree's going to be blocked off. He even had a bad read. Started to rotate towards the B bomb site, so it's only going to get worse before it gets better. Zipnix and Glaive, everything to do for those two players. Molotov out in Sandwich. JW lurking aggressively with this kind of hit. They've taken the attention away. Molotov into the site, nothing into Shadow. There's Dupree with one at the device. This has somehow worked out. Glaive shuts both down. Grims is still alive and dropping down, not ready for Zipnix. And miraculously, no one throws a Molotov underneath the balcony, Anders.
Yeah, that was a really interesting round. They Molotov Sandwich, they Molotov the site, and nobody's there. If one of the players on the Astralis side had been in one of those positions, they just probably win the round right away. Because what do you do if you're the other player on that bomb side? You have to help your teammate that's about to be set on fire, and then you peek out and everything falls apart. That was, I mean, almost sort of a bit of a roll of the dice there for Astralis,
Yeah, I mean, you kind of need him to make a comeback such as this, and it's still a long way to go. Electro's just going to run right through the smoke. He wants some action. The spray doesn't work out. Dupree recovers in time, and so does KRB. The initial surprise fades. Glaive's brought down to 2 HP, though, and he's going to get taken out by an 8. So again, a 3-on-3 from Fnatic. And look at this. They're just going to back off. They want JW to be the next one in. Astralis thinks the hit is towards the A bomb site, and Device gets caught being greedy. Zipnix at A, KRB in window room, and Fnatic has control of everything.
And they look like they're making the right rotation at the moment. KRB has to try and fall back towards that B bomb site. If he's not there in time and they get the bomb down, how do you retake that 2 versus 3? Crims with the AWP is a little bit behind, so he's just going to cross slightly before they show up. Now, this is really interesting. They're going to have to spend a little bit of time checking this bomb site. Already running in. JW still wins that fight. And I think that just might be it here. 1 versus 3. Sith, the last one left. He's going to get a kill on JW, but the bomb is down. And Crimson Flusher, they can play the waiting game forever with him. He has a smoke, maybe the only tool that can bring him out of this, but he still has to actually get onto the site here. Fnatic have played an amazing game, and they take down Astralis 16-8 here on Mirage. That is an impressive victory for them.
And who better to end it than Crim? Started this game out so incredibly well. Domination from start to finish. The CT side from Fnatic, so many different looks that we saw, so many different variations on their defense, really creative stuff. And the T side, a mix of fast and slow. Astralis could never get a good feel and never could get a good read for this game. And a couple of slow starts have now kind of put Astralis in a tough spot. We'll see.